Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. And congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai and shout out blah, 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 blah.
Shout out Cutie for hosting the event. indialove for ruining the event.
So the entire internet has basically come to terms with the idea that the streamer awards yesterday were pretty awful, right? Whether it came down to some of the weird P. Diddy jokes, the Hassan shot collar jokes, or something like indialove completely ruining the streamer awards by choosing to have a Kanye West style breakdown, taking a moment, being just absolutely dramatic, ruining the entire scene, and getting kicked out of the event.
I need a napkin.
Now, beyond the rest of the event just being extremely awkward again, full of all these jokes and things that didn't exactly land, right? You had this other guy, Ty Lil, had one of his own Will Smith style meltdowns, keep my wife's name out your mouth moments, especially with Kai Cenat being compared to P. Diddy. But I think for the most part, the internet and a lot of other content creators, a lot of streamers, essentially thought that indialove choosing to do what she did completely discredited a lot of things.
So there's a lot of passive aggression going on when it comes to everything. Like, I saw indialove go on stage and say someone doesn't deserve an award. Whether you think that or not, I feel like that was extremely immature and I don't know, bro, it's just unprofessional, and it makes me sad that people on Twitter agreed with that and discredited Adapt for his year. It made me feel sad that honestly, it made me feel sad because I feel like Rakai didn't even want that, or DDG didn't want that. You know what I'm saying?
Now you had FaZe Adept win basically the best upcoming streamer of the year, and indialove didn't like that. She thought that Rakai earned it. Now, personally, I think Rakai is an absolute doofus. I think he's one of Twitch's worst industry plants, right next to Ray at the moment. And the only reason he has a platform is because Kai Cenat gave it to him. Literally, he got banned from Twitch for stealing flowers and giving it to some random woman so she'd get in trouble, and then he also got caught scamming clicks out of $6,500. And here's Clix's response to what indialove did.
That girl that went up on stage and did that shit, most corniest, unprofessional, not needed. Like, that's the type of shit where it's like, oh my God, hell, let me watch what I say, bro. I got so much to say about that. I got a lot more. Like, a grown-ass woman should not be doing that. Like, definitely did not, like, that is just insane. That's just insane. Like, main character syndrome, on God, main character syndrome. Like, holy fuck, Adapt deserved that shit. I don't care what anybody fucking says. No, every nominee deserves it. Rakai deserves it. They all deserve it. But Adapt deserves that shit so fucking much. So fucking much.
And Clix is completely right. Like, all of these streamers put in 15 hours a day, right? Like, streaming is not exactly hard, like if you compare it to, you know, 9 hours of like a construction job or something, right? Like, there's a whole lot you can argue, and I'm not really here to talk about that. Either way, I think anyone that streams and spends hours a day trying to produce content and make it entertaining deserves it, right? They deserve the fame and success that comes their way if they're actually putting the time in, putting the effort in. I don't really think Rakai deserves it, because I think that his entire internet presence is just kind of being a insufferable teenager, and it's going to get old very fast, or he's going to get himself in legal trouble. He's going to end up going down the route of being like the next Jack Doherty, or maybe the next Nina Lynn, considering the fact he's already shoplifting and recording it live on stream. And yeah, indialove is 29 years old. She's not a little kid, right? She's basically had a Kanye West style crash out, who also was like 20 something at the time. He decided to interrupt that one Taylor Swift Grammy Award award, and she wanted to have her own 5 seconds of fame because her career is dwindling down. You even had people tweeting back on June 9th. India Love is what happens when you don't have an end game. If you don't have some type of plan to either remain relevant in or completely get out of sex work, you will find yourself looking foolish. And you might wonder, what does that reference? Well, maybe it references the fact that for almost a decade, this entire chick's internet career existed because she liked to sleep around with celebrities. She was an industry baby, is what they call it. And then she decided to go to OnlyFans, and she took some pretty raunchy pictures. I enjoyed them myself, quite frankly, but she decided to retire from that because, she's too good for that. And now this is what she does for a living. Be an absolute cornball, just like her friend Rakai. She is now a nobody. She does not have a lot to really lose, but I guess she has a whole lot to gain if she gets her 10 minutes of fame by going up and trying to suck up to Rakai. Which is why after this whole event, she tried to claim that she was drinking and, she wasn't really thinking about what she was doing. Again, you're almost 30 years old. That excuse does not work for a 21-year-old, let alone someone who's pushing 30.
Cross when I make mistakes, like God doesn't do that. But I want you guys to just be a part of my journey because it's a journey, and I am okay with showcasing my ups and downs, and it's okay, but that's what I want to do. So January 3rd, no weed, no alcohol. So that's just what that is. Until then, I will learn my boundaries. Until January 3rd, I will learn my boundaries of like how many drinks does it take to get with me type shit, So God is really watching me closely, like really closely.
India Love, God has been watching you very closely for almost a decade. You're 30 years old. You're not a 5-year-old. You're not a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old who's learning and making mistakes that you're going to improve from. You have been famous since 2015. At least that's when I learned who you are, and ever since then, you haven't seemed to make really any good moves, except the fact that you were on a TV show that failed, except the fact that you are now trying to become a live streamer, that you're trying to latch on to all of these annoying cornball streamers so that you can continue to boost your career while the internet makes fun of you for it.
I know Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. And congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG.
Okay, Kanye.
I don't care what y'all say.
Okay, Kanye.
Shout out Rakai, shout out. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, Kanye.
I get nominated for an award. I feel like I put in a lot of hours and effort. But if you don't, it's still a very fun event. Shout out Cutie for hosting the event. Fuck India Love for ruining the event. And yeah, that's pretty much it,
You know what's crazy? She was asking to fucking collab with FaZe.
Yeah, I know. That's why she did that. I literally got it. Yeah, Chad. She was literally asking me to collab 2 days ago, and I said no because she wanted to do a makeover on me. I was like, what? So I was like, no.
Like in this clip from Lacey, you can tell that India Love's entire internet presence right now is being a clout chaser, trying to collaborate and get on streams with other large content creators so that she can again boost her own career. Now, this is nothing new from streamers. Like, obviously every streamer, every YouTuber wants to collaborate, expand their own, image and likeness to as much places as they can, right? Collaborate with other creators who make content like you. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to a person like India Love, who's been a clout chaser, again, industry baby her entire adult life, it's kind of embarrassing. Kind of like this person who came out and said that India Love was not even invited to the event. She basically begged to be there just so she could ruin it.
India Love? Bro, I heard some tea. I heard some tea that she wasn't even invited and she was begging to be there. And then she went ahead and did that. So I heard some tea, bro. Like actual yikers. Like big yikes.
And honestly, that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Again, this chick hasn't been famous in almost a decade, at least not to the way that she wanted to be. I want to say probably her most taste of relevancy since then was when she was on Kai Cenat's Streamer Academy, where again these clips of her and Rakai are coming from, and that didn't really go anywhere. She's obviously not a popular Twitch streamer or as relevant as she used to be as a content creator, and now that she retired from OnlyFans, I doubt that much of her fans from that neck of the woods are getting any excitement either. And I think the funniest part about her trying to do this good deed, trying to give Rakai what he deserved, you know, his 5 seconds of fame, in reality was her own way of pushing her own agenda. She ended up getting canceled for it, as people ended up looking into an old situation where she would not say free Palestine.
Question from my TikTok.
Yes, what's
How
up?
do you feel about the Palestinians?
I have no comment for that, but God bless everybody.
No free Palestine? What?
Oh man.
That's weak. That's a chicken.
On anything about that.
You don't want to free the people though?
Wait,
That's a weak stand.
Now, personally, I don't get into politics like that. I don't really care if she says that or not, but it just kind of shows how her way of trying to get back in the spotlight in this way ended up bringing back some of the negative situations that people looked at her in the past for. Again, I don't care. I don't think she has to say that. I don't think anyone has to say anything if it's like pushing some type of political idea or an ideology that might be considered controversial. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think of the Streamer Awards. If you saw them, if you haven't, you should watch my last video where I talked about them and kind of covered some of the things people had to say about it. And give me your thoughts on indialove, the industry baby of 2025, Kai Cenat's, Rakai Cenat's industry baby. Thank you for watching. Peace out, guys.